I wanted to just come on here and talk about my YouTube journey, why I do it. Do I want to continue doing it? Is it for me? I guess I just really want to vent. I've been in YouTube. I just had my fifth year anniversary here just a few days ago. YouTube sent me a notification with some balloons and stating that it's been 5 years since I started this journey, and I have been all over the place. Well, I'm not going to say I've been all over the place. I've been very focused and direct as to what I was focused on, what my plan was, what my niche was, and that was trucking. I know I've talked about this, those of you who follow, and I talked about trucking primarily because I was a trucker. I traveled the country delivering freight during the pandemic. My family and I my wife and I, we owned a bus company, and the pandemic caused it to be in jeopardy because no one traveled. So I pivoted and went and purchased a truck and hit the road with a company called Landstar. And we delivered freight, and we did that to keep everything afloat. Our homes, our bus company, and I bust my head to the white meat trying to keep everything afloat, and fell into YouTube. YouTube was not something that I was targeting, something I was focused on. I was really just documenting my steps as to how I got into trucking, so other folks can use that information and maybe have an easier path with it. So I was really just kind of paying it forward, sending information back, and began to get a following and went from there. It grew, it started to grow, and I began to have an enjoyment with YouTube, sharing and putting up vlogs, where I'm going, what I'm doing, what I'm delivering. Maybe giving some trucking tips here and there. One thing I'll tell you about truckers are very direct, and if you're not authentic, they'll let you know. And I tried to always be authentic. I tried to give factual information because they read right through it. And I think people like that in general, truckers are just really outspoken about it. They'll let you know. But I did that for a while, and I enjoyed it. It was fun, vlogging about trucking, and I'm not a comedian at all, but some things that were funny because a good way to make jokes is to make jokes about yourself, and I'm good at doing that. But as trucking dissipated in my life, the market changed, the pandemic ended, trucking got kind of upside down. The bus business started to pick back up. I still talked about trucking, but again, truckers are very direct when it comes to certain things. And if you're not in trucking, they will read through that as well. Although I still got a thumb on trucking. I know about trucking. I don't want to talk about it because I'm not in it directly. So fast forward a little bit. I still wanted to do YouTube. I really enjoy it. Now I want to share with you guys, I love to talk with my family and, with those who follow this channel. I don't do YouTube to get rich. I don't do YouTube to be full-time, to retire. I enjoy what I do. So I don't do it for monetary purposes, although it would be nice to get some additional income doing something that you enjoy doing. That's just life. If you're getting paid for something that you enjoy doing, it's not work. And why not get paid to do something you enjoy, like vlogging? So I got into just vlogging and, do you do cinematic vlogs? Do you do unedited vlogs? Do you talk about weight loss? Do you talk about family? Do you share your family? Do you do trip vlogs? What do you do? And that's where I've been at lately. I've upgraded my equipment. I've got this fancy camera. I use editing software. And YouTube itself has not been a success for me. People tell me you got the personality for it. You do well. People will like you and so forth. But the views don't show that. I put out a video and it does 20 views. I know I've talked about this before, but I'm telling you, YouTube can really mess up your psyche. It can really bother you because you put so much time and effort with editing and filming and doing all kinds of things to get the shot and all those things. And then you start to look at other people in the success they're having, even if it's just seeing the views they got. Now, I don't know, maybe they're buying the views. I don't know, I don't care, but I see it. And so you said, what am I doing wrong? What am I doing different? Am I ugly? Is it because my head is too big? I got a bald head? What is it? AI said I don't have a good hook. So I got better on my hook and my views got worse. Now there's a saying in the industry now that views are down everywhere. And I can see that. But man, there's 350 million people in the country and I can get 22 people to watch a video. What am I doing wrong? So then I started to go in my head and say, man, am I wasting my time? Is this something that I want to continue doing? Do I have the time? Am I putting too much time into it? I have over 90,000 subscribers. 90,000, and it doesn't make sense. Out of 90,000, I only get 22 views, right? What does that make any sense? Well, because the algorithm isn't showing it to all 90,000 subscribers that I have. As simple as that. It's the way it is, and that's the way the algorithm goes, and that's the way YouTube is, and social media, period, and you're at the mercy of it. So again, I ask myself, do I continue doing it? Do I continue putting the time and effort, the mental involved in creating videos, figuring out what to talk about? Do I continue doing it? And I contemplated this all night. I'm sitting here in Toronto, Canada, and that's what's on my mind. But then I think about the 22 people that watch my videos. And I say to myself, those 22 people are watching it because they're getting something out of it. I'm helping somebody, and I don't do this, to be serious and to be a Debbie Downer all the time. And, but I do in my real life, in my day-to-day living. When I have the opportunity to encourage somebody, I do it. It's just the way I've always been. I've always been that way. I encourage people. I don't know. It's just the way I'm wired. And then YouTube, it gives me that chance to do that, even if it's just making someone laugh, or if it's just someone seeing the struggles I go through with weight loss. I do it for those 22 people that watch every video that I release. And I know the algorithm listens to what I say in the video and say, okay, well, maybe these 22 people may not be interested in that, but I'm tired of you, Mr. Algorithm or Mrs. Algorithm. Show them the video that I post. I'm not in a niche. I don't want to be in a niche. I don't want to be tied down and bogged down and said, I got to do this. I don't want to. I want to do and talk about whatever the heck I want to talk about when I turn my camera on. Simple as that. And so therefore, if YouTube only shows to the 22 people that I that watches the video, I guess this is how it's going to be. I've invested a lot of time into this. Man, I don't think quitting is an option because of those 22 people that watched the video. I may be helping somebody. I may be making somebody laugh. But I will say this. If those 22 people who watched the video would tell 22 other people about my channel, that'll help. You know, if you watch the video, like the video, you know, that helps. I was demonetized a couple of years ago, back in 2024, I think it was, and I've never been remonetized ever since. And even when I was monetized, I didn't make a ton of money, period. And we're talking pennies. You know, if I got $50 in a month, hey, I got $50 in that month. It's never been a situation where I needed the income from this. If I was able to get a robust income, again, I'll take it. Simple as that. But it's nothing life-changing when it comes to what I have done as a content creator. I do it because I enjoy sharing. Simple as that. I say all that to say that I want to continue doing YouTube. I want to be somebody's comfort creator, somebody's go-to content creator or influencer, whatever you want to call us today. I want to be that person that somebody can reach out when they're, need to hear something. If they need to DM or, comment, if I can help out, I want to be that guy, that person. I want to talk about various topics like why I want to get off of a CPAP machine and what I'm doing about that. Why I want to make sure I don't have high blood pressure. I want to talk about things like being a father to my son, being a husband to my wife. I want to talk about things like I just took my family to Cancun. We went to Disney. I want to talk about whatever in the world or the heck I want to talk about. Simple as that. And so I say all that to say I love you guys. Those who support the channel, I appreciate you. I just had to come to a crossroads, and I know, no one's going to watch this video. I'm really just venting. But I've come to a crossroads, and I'm going to continue. I'm going to continue to share. I'm going to continue to post. But sometimes I just need to be encouraged. I need to encourage myself. And I do that by hopefully encouraging somebody else as well at the same time. So appreciate you guys. You know what I always say, keep doing what you're doing until you see what it does. We have one life. Let's live it to the fullest. Life is what you have, and style is how you live it. Live it to the fullest. And I hope to see you all in the next video.